I'm John Baker, and I'm going to be talking today about some new functionality that we've added to NX9. Today we're going to talk about the rib function. Now, here's an example, a simple part, and I want to add a rib basically using this profile here. Now, in the past, we could add ribs using things like an extrude function, but it takes extra steps, and you had to kind of know a proper procedure and so on. So what we've decided is that since ribs are very common, why don't we just make a function specifically for ribs. So we have the rib function, and I'm just going to pick this profile. And you notice I didn't have to have a complete profile because it's smart enough to understand that if I want to create a rib, it's obviously going to be extended out to the edges of the part and so on. And I can add drafts, so I come down here because if this was a molded part, it was going to have drafts. So it automatically adds draft. It knows how that the draft is symmetrical. It knows that it starts at the top rung here. And now I can make the rib shorter, shallower or deeper, higher. And so I get to the top here. It's not going to go any farther than that because, of course, if it went past the top, it wouldn't be a rib anymore. It'd be something else. So this is, an easy way to create that rib. So there we have it. Now, as I said, I could have created that rib with an extrude, but this profile here actually isn't suitable for an extrude because it's going to treat this circular area here as a region, and it's going to try to fill that in. That's what an extrude function would do. So in this case, the rib function is very handy because it knows exactly how to create that. Again, I can add the draft to it because if it's going to be a molded part. And so there we have the part. You can see the draft on it. And we'll go ahead and accept it, and now I have my rib. Now, you get a rib like this, you probably want to put blends around the top here to clean it up, to make it nice and smooth. So I'll go into the blend function. Now, this is the same regular blend function we've always had, and I could come in and say, well, gee, I could pick all these edges, but it'd be easier if I could just pick the face. So we've always had this face command. So I come in here and I pick the face, and I say, okay, there's my face, and I go ahead and accept that. Well, I've got the blends, but that isn't really what you want because see this corner here? That isn't really the way you would want to end that blend. So rather than creating a totally new blend function, what we've done is we've added a new way of selecting what I want to blend. And so we're going to say a rib top edges. So it knows what a rib is supposed to look like. So now when I pick this, even though I've picked the top face again, it is known to ignore these last faces across the edge. It's only taking the edge of the rib and not the end of the rib, and therefore I get a blend exactly the way I want it to be. And as you can see, it handles the Y corner here, it handles the transition, and so now I get the fully blended rib exactly the way I would like it to be. Thank you.